Hey Tugbuds, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alyssa, also known as Shiipty. I do a lot of Sims 4 storytelling over here, and today we're actually doing the introduction to an LP that's coming next Friday called Naomi. I wanted to do a kind of current household style to show you guys where Naomi started. So we're here with Naomi as a young adult, but when the series kicks off, she will be an adult. So I kind of just wanted to give you guys that background and show you all where she started, and I also feel like it's just so much easier to get to know the sim when you start off on like a personal level. But I put a little machinima there in the beginning for you guys. So we are here 2 weeks after Naomi and her boyfriend Angelo's trip from Mount Como. They woohooed for the first time on that trip, and I don't want to sit here and get into too many of the details while she's paused. So let's go ahead and resume the gameplay and I'll fill you guys in. Alrighty guys, so we are here with Miss Naomi Card, who is currently accompanied by her boyfriend of 11 months, Angelo. You guys got to see a little machinima there in the beginning, and they have just been very handsy lately because they actually woohooed for the first time in their relationship on their Mount Komorebi trip, and ever since then they have not been able to keep their hands off of each other. Now Naomi has woohooed with many partners in the past, and she has never ever met someone with such a strong woohoo drive, and Angelo really knows what he's doing. I don't know if it's the age gap or if it's just the way how he pays attention to how she's feeling when they're intimate, but she is very much so blown away by him. And I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here because I do have some things to fill you guys in on. I'll have some screenshots popping up and also just showing you guys other things while I'm talking. So Naomi and her boyfriend, I did mention that they do have an age gap. They are 6 years apart, and Angelo and Naomi actually met when she was going on campus. He was there for his past job and they were getting him to recruit young models. Angelo met Naomi and she kind of just fell head over heels for him. And usually she's not like that because she's been very much so a serial dater, but she wanted to settle when she met Angelo. Naomi does have dreams of becoming a model. It's just something that she's always wanted to do ever since she was little. And her parents were like, okay, well, at least go to college and, get some kind of degree. You can model on the side, but definitely go to college. So she's attending Brightchester currently. She's almost done, but she's kind of put things on pause because she really wants to focus on her relationship with Angelo. And she also wants to basically figure out what her next step is because she's currently working in customer support, and Stream would like to think that, maybe she works at like a Ulta or something like that. I could definitely see her doing something of that nature. Before we jump into her relationships and everything like that, I do want to show you guys her traits. So she's adventurous, she's cheerful, she's an overachiever, she's ambitious, and she does not want a child right now. Angelo has a neutral feeling about children, but he also doesn't currently want children, but he wouldn't be opposed if something happened. She's gregarious, she's a jester, she's a hero. These are custom traits here, and she's also business savvy. She has her first situations here going on, and she's also a people person. But Naomi, let me show you guys her relationship panel because it's different from my usual. So as you see here, there are about 3 guys with a romance bar. We have Angelo, who is her current boyfriend, and then we have Matthew and Vahar. Vahar is actually her brother's ex-friend because of how their relationship went. They were just very not good for each other, and I don't even want to use the T word, but kind of. They have good compatibility, but he was constantly on her case and everything. She thought that this was going to be a very serious relationship, but this is actually what diverted her to not wanting a relationship. And then she slowly met Matthew. He is in manual labor. He's a loner, he's a music lover, and he's a genius. I think she met him at like a bar or something, but she and Matthew had like this very much friends with benefits relationship. I'll even open him up so you guys can see him, but he's very attractive. I love Matthew. He was actually inspired by a character from a Netflix film. I'll let you guys sit on it, and if you can figure out what it is, leave it down in the comment section down below. But he definitely gives that energy. He originally wanted the same thing. He just wanted to be friends with benefits, but after things progressed, he started to like Naomi, and she had to put the brakes on it, and she was like, no, we're not doing this. But occasionally he will call her and try to test her and ask if he should go on like dates and stuff like that. I think he's really trying to see if she still has feelings for him, or if, you know, she gets jealous. But she's just been telling him to do whatever he wants. And yeah, I mean, there has been times, I'll tell you guys, times when she wakes up in the middle of the night and she thinks about Matthew's woohoo situation. Like, I see the thought bubble pop up, but I'm here to tell you Angelo is way better at that. But let's go ahead and open up Angelo's panel. So as you guys can see here, she doesn't know everything about him, and I like that because she's younger and she's also not really ever done a serious relationship before, and she's not paying attention to, you know, getting to know him on a deeper level. She does care for him. They haven't said I love you yet, but it's just, you know, she's taking her time with this one. Now, if we go to Angelo's profile and we look at his relationship with Naomi, he knows just about everything, but she is a little closed off, so he hasn't figured out, you know, another trait of hers, but he knows basically everything else. He knows that she's a retail employee. He knows what her degree is. He knows that she's graduated and where she's graduated from. He's met her family. They have amazing compatibility, and he perceives her as extremely attractive. Now, Naomi has some other friends here, but we'll get into them later. I feel like the most important people to introduce you guys to are her parents. So we have her mother here. This is Yasmin. She is a principal, and she works at Copperdale, where Naomi and her brother went to school. They have amazing compatibility. She's supportive, and she really just wants her daughter to be happy. We then have Naomi's father, Amari. Amari might sound familiar to some of you who have been on my channel for a long time. Amari Card is actually from my series Life with Gabby. He was the sim who was interested in Nani, and a lot of you all asked me how he was doing, where he was, and you wanted updates. And so I thought it would be perfect to make him the father of my sim, Naomi. So for those of you who were worried about him and feeling heartbroken for him, he is so happy now. He has a very amazing relationship with his wife and a decent relationship with both of his children. But she does also have the supportive relationship with her father, and they have good compatibility. This is Naomi's older brother, Jared, and Jared doesn't have the best of relationship with their father. He actually has a difficult dynamic, and I'll let you guys spill the tea on that because you might know more, or you might have an insight that I didn't consider. But he's in the military. He just recently got married to his wife, Jasmine, and Naomi took Angelo as her date, and he was just goo-goo eyeing her the whole time. I think he was getting ideas and he was just fantasizing. But yeah, this is his wife, Jasmine. You guys can see her later. She has good compatibility with her brother, and she almost sees him as like her best friend, or actually he probably is one of her best friends. She does also have her own best friend outside of her family, but I wanted to paint that picture that these two, they used to go to the bar together, they used to hang out together, they used to just spend all their time together because she really did confide everything into her brother. This is a quick glimpse of Jasmine. She's actually based off of one of my real life friends, and she's so cute. If she's watching this video, oh my god, I hope that you're proud of this sim. Her name is similar to my friend's name, so hopefully she'll pick up on that if she watches this. But Julia is actually a sim that I got off the gallery. I can't remember the creator off the top of my head, but if I do, I'll put a picture here. She has like a whole different name and life and everything like that. So I did change all of that, and I made her her into my sim style, but I didn't change like her body type or anything like that. It just made her shorter. But this is Julia Greer. Julia is Naomi's best friend. They aren't really that much alike, but they do get along very well. They have each other's backs, and it's definitely one of those friendships where you don't have to talk to them every day. You can pick up the phone, you can call her whenever, and just pick up, like, there has never been any time between them. But she's loyal, she's a goofball, she's clumsy. I feel like she's that tiny girl who's just like bumping into everything, but she's a good time, 100%. They're good friends and they have amazing compatibility. I wanted to give her the best friend trait, but you guys know best friends in The Sims are just always so complicated, so I just left her brother as her best friend. But I think that's just about everyone I wanted to introduce you guys to, and I want you all to get to know Angelo as we, as we go on in this series. But Angelo, he is very chivalrous. He has told Naomi that he loves her, but she has not reciprocated, and he's not pressuring her or anything like that. He's just taking his time with her, and he's like, you just say it whenever you're ready, or if you are ever ready. He doesn't push her to do things like that. Oh my God, I almost forgot. So we have Sugar. Oh my God, she just gets dirty all the time. She's just messy. So I'm actually going to cheat her needs because we just not trying to focus on that. But Sugar was actually a gift to Naomi from her parents when her brother left when she was in high school because she was getting lonely. She missed her brother, and so they were like, let's get her a dog. And she's had Sugar ever since then, and she's so cute. But before we jump into the whole let's play, or current household rather, I forgot that I have to show you guys her house, right? So Naomi lives in this rental here in Brightchester. There's actually one for sale right next door, and it's completely identical layout, everything like that. But there hasn't been anyone in that one since her last semester, so she's kind of hoping that it'll stay like that because Naomi is she's not antisocial, but she just doesn't want to be bothered. But this is the exterior. I do believe that I got this off the gallery. I can't remember for the life of me. I'm so sorry, guys, what it was. But I did change completely everything about it, I think, except for like the walls. But over here in the backyard, she just has like her little lounger chair, some string lights and everything like that. She just likes to come out here and be at peace. She doesn't have many friends, and it's because Naomi just doesn't feel like socializing with new people. She's just trying to get her goals achieved as a young adult. But yeah, she comes out here and she'll play with Sugar every now and then. And Angelo's actually supposed to be raking the leaves soon, so he'll probably come out here and rake those for her later. But then let's give you guys an aerial view. So this is what the house looks like. It's a smaller home, and she likes it that way because rent is pretty affordable here. But this is her bedroom. We have a dining room, living room, kitchen, walk in. It's very open concept in here. And over there is her bathroom. I'll also get down on like an eye level so that way you guys can see it. But she has some pictures here. One of when her and Angelo first started dating, and over here a picture of her brother because, like I said, that's her best friend. But I wanted to keep it very minimal, very simple here in her home because I feel like this aesthetic is going to carry over with her into her adulthood. So there's not really much going on in here. She likes to keep her house very clean and tidy. Her favorite color is purple though. So you guys might see hints of purple here and there, but yeah, like see a little bit. But she has just a very simple kitchen. She doesn't really have a lot of money, and her job doesn't pay that great, so I feel like she really wouldn't have like a fully decorated house. It's not decked out to the nines. She doesn't have like the best of the best appliances, but she's making do with what she can. Let's go through this door so you guys can see her bedroom. I did take time in here though because I've been really loving putting these like wall lights here next to my beds over the nightstands. It's such a nice touch. As you guys can see, the hint of purple is on the bed sheet. But if we turn around here, this is her desk area, and she has her purple gym bag and purple perfumes. But we have a picture from their recent trip to Mount Como. And then we just have a single shot of Angelo when he came to see her at her house. But yeah, I feel like she's a very minimal girly. We have these pictures over here just for a touch of art. And then she just has like this little school pride flag. And then also this little figurine is actually from the Mount Como trip as well. Angelo got it out of the vending machine for her. It almost fell on him and crushed him, and I was devastated, but he survived. He got the little toy out of the vending machine, so that's all that matters, right? And then in here, it's just a simple bathroom, nothing too crazy. I wanted to keep it very simple because, like I said, her finances are not the greatest right now, so I don't really think that she would have a fully furnished, decorated to the nines yard with like all these fancy art pieces and everything. She would love to have that one day, but it's just not something that she can achieve right now. But yeah, I think that's just about everything that I had to tell you guys. So let's go ahead and get into gameplay. So Naomi and her boyfriend Angelo are actually going to his friend's house this evening because they were invited to a dinner party. Naomi has met all of Angelo's friends. They're all in the arts field, I guess you could say. And they have been friends with Angelo for many, many years. And let's go ahead and pan over so I can show you guys the Sims. But the Sims house that we're going to is actually Ivy and her husband Jay. This is Ivy. She's so cute. And, we don't really know much about her at all, but they're getting to know each other. And this is her husband Jay. He is, oh my God, he's so fun. I don't think I did their careers. I think you can see it from Angelo's point of view. Yeah, so Jay is actually an artist. His wife Ivy is a model. And then his best friend, this is like his sister, Nikita, she's actually in management. She manages models. And then we have Lorenzo, who is his best friend, and he's an arts critic. So Lorenzo has like that very goofball personality. He can't really seem to settle. He likes to flirt with Nikita, but Nikita is just like, get off my back, leave me alone. And then with Jay and Ivy, they're just like very simple couples. Hey, I heard you and Julia Greer are good friends now. Oh, yeah, yeah, because he just recently got to meet Julia. Like I said, with Naomi and Julia, they don't really get to see each other as often. Oh my God, Matthew's calling her. What is this? Hey Neo, I told you guys. I told you guys. For sure. Oh no, he just wants to know if he should get to know him as a friend. Oh. I'm just gonna tell her I think you should go for it. Like, do whatever you want. Why are you asking me? But yeah, as I was saying, sorry, he threw me off. Julia and Naomi don't get to see each other as much anymore, but there's always that we can pick up where we left off at. And so he just recently got to meet her best friend. They have spoken over the phone, but she's never got to meet him in person. Let me go ahead and have her call out of work actually. So we're going to take a vacation day. And oh my God, the Spice Festival is in town. Maybe we'll have time when we stop by in the city for the party to go to that event as well. But these two, I think that they should be getting ready to go shortly. So I'm going to have them finish freshening up for the party and I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, guys. So dinner was amazing, and Naomi is now sitting with Nikita, and they are talking because Naomi wanted to talk to her about modeling, and so she's asking her questions, and Nikita is telling her, "Hey, honey, why don't you actually get Angela to take you some headshots and then send them to my company?" And she's like, "Oh, but don't you work for like a big corporate?" And she's like, "Yeah, I do, but it's not that bad. I'm actually gonna have her joke probably with her. Let's see, what can we do? Oh yeah, make fun of corporate goons. That would actually be super fitting. So she's gonna make fun of the corporate goons and say, yeah, but I'm planning to be my own CEO at some point and run my own business. And maybe then you'll still be modeling and you can come work for me. And she's like, oh my God, I love that. But we should also probably think about giving her, I don't know, maybe some career advice. Let's ask her what she's doing currently because I don't think that Nikita knows what she's doing currently. And maybe she's going to be like, hey, how about you try and, quit that job and then work modeling full time? You'll get paid really good. There's really great opportunities. You get to travel. It'll look good on your resume. And Naomi's like, you think that I can make enough to get by even as like an entry level model? She's like, oh my God, yes, of course. Let me go ahead and start messaging my boss and letting him know that you're going to come in soon. Just make sure you get those headshots. And she's like, is there any specific headshot that I need? And Nikita's like, no, honey, just anything showing that pretty face of yours. And let's also just, I want to give her a hug because we're so grateful that, she's giving us this opportunity. So yeah, let's give her a hug. And then I also think that we're going to express our admiration to her because she didn't have to do this. She did this out of the kindness of her heart, and it's really going to help out Naomi in the future. So yeah, she's like, oh my God, it's my pleasure. If you ever need absolutely anything in the modeling world, just let me know because I know all the people and all the connections. Um, Of course. Oh my God, they're so cute. Can we actually get a picture of these two together? I don't know. I just feel like getting a spontaneous moment photo. So let's take a photo with Nikita. Oh my God, don't they look so cute? Now, out of the friend group, Nikita is the oldest friend. She's pushing, I think, mid 30s, but that's still young. Just yeah, look at her. She's so cute. But yeah, she's the oldest one out of the group, and she's almost like, the more sophisticated one, but she's also so fun and so goofy at the same time. And I think I mentioned it early in the video, but if I didn't, I'll do it just in case. But if we go to Nikita's relationship panel, she has like this really small romance bar with Lorenzo. Now, Lorenzo perceived as very attractive. So Nikita is attracted to Lorenzo, but she's not saying anything. She's acting as if he's just an annoying friend. But they do have this like small romance bar, and I feel like they just never have spoken on it between each other. Now Lorenzo is very blunt about how he feels about Nikita. He really wants to flirt with her and hook up with her and be with her, and she's like, no, maybe when you get some maturity about yourself, but yeah, not right now. Go, and maybe we should talk to Ivy a little bit because we haven't really spoken with her. And I'm also gonna have Nikita come over here and propose a crazy scheme to Lorenzo. She makes little slight comments to him, but she's not blunt about how she feels. We're even going to be mischievous, and I think that we are going to start a preposterous rumor. And I'm just going to have Naomi come in here and sit down. We should also probably bring Angelo down here so that way she doesn't feel odd being left alone with his friends. She has met them before, but it just makes you feel better when somebody else is around that knows the people that you're talking to. I also forgot to mention that Jay and Ivy have a cat. This is Shashka. Shashka is so cute. Shashka is a hairless cat, and I thought that they had two, but I think that this is the only one that they have. And as you guys can see, she's a diva. She has this cute white collar with a bell and a purple sweater. She's the cutest. But now that Angelo is down here, I'm just gonna have him, talk to Naomi and be like, hey, so how'd the conversation go with Nikita? And she's like, oh my God, it went great. She said that, you can take some headshots and then I can send them over and then they should be in touch relatively quickly. And I'm just gonna have him show some PDA really quickly after they talk. He's just gonna give her a little kiss and he's gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, babe. He doesn't mind showing this PDA in front of his friends because his friends know that he's very serious about Naomi. And, he really, really wants to pursue a full long term relationship with her, but he doesn't want to pressure her or anything. I'm gonna have him whisper in her ear right quick and just say, hey, how about we wrap this up and we go back to my place? And she's like, okay, we can go back to your house. So I'm gonna have Naomi actually say goodbye to everybody. So we're gonna give Nikita another hug, and I think that we're gonna also probably say goodbye to Lorenzo. I don't know if she'd give him a hug. Oh, we should probably give him a hip bump. I didn't know that she could do that. Yeah, we're gonna give Lorenzo a hip bump, and I like how these two are talking. He's probably like, oh yeah, we're gonna go back to my house, so I'll talk to you guys later. And he's like, ew, you guys are gonna do the hanky panky. He's like, oh my God, dude, grow up. But yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to everybody, and I feel like we should say goodbye to Jay and Ivy, but I think that they've already gone upstairs and called it a night. All these guys have been friends for many years, so they're comfortable just hanging out. A suggestive look, Lorenzo. It says Naomi has noticed that Lorenzo's eyes are lingering on them more and more. There's an intensity to their stare, and with their attention fixed squarely upon them, this may be a chance to what? To move things into a more intimate direction. Oh. I mean, I do feel like Lorenzo is probably the flirt of the group, and I think that Angela's gonna be like, boy, leave my girl alone. She's like, oh, he's just joking. Let's just pass that off as like him being a jokester. But yeah, let's wrap this up and go back to Lorenzo. I mean, not Lorenzo's place. Oh my God, to Angela's place. Alrighty guys, it's the next day and things were going really well last night, but Angelo woke up this morning, checked his computer like he normally does for work, and he had a job opportunity occur, which is a really big step for him, and they need him to come and move for a while. So he would be gone for a few months. And so he's down here, he's just explaining it to Naomi, and Naomi's really upset because, guys, if we take a look at this calendar, he is going to be gone all the way until around February, so around Love Day here. He's going to miss their anniversary for their 1 year, he's going to miss Winterfest, he's going to miss New Year's, and she's just trying to figure out like, how am I going? I think he's actually, yeah, he's even going to miss Harvest Fest. And Naomi is just saddened by this information. He's going to miss so many key features for not only their relationship, but just for, their partnership in general. Missing all these holidays together that she was preparing to spend with him. It's kind of been a little bit of a letdown, but he's just reassuring her. He's like, I'm going to be here, babe, no matter the distance. Like, we can get through this. And he's offering her his hand and she's taking it. Oh my god, I love this, guys. But still, she's still just really upset, and even he's upset. He feels bad. He knows what his job requires of him, and he almost feels guilty for leaving her, but he knows that this is how his bills get paid. This is how he takes care of his mother, which you guys haven't even met yet, but he pays her bills, and he has to pay her house payments and his also, and it's just a lot. But he feels guilty, but he knows, like I said, this is what he has to do. But Angela's telling her, I'll be back as soon as I can. I promise you that. I can't stay away from you. You know I love you. And Naomi still hasn't said it back because she's so guarded, guys. She's so scared to tell him that she cares about him because stuff like this happens. He has to go away, and she's almost feeling like she's never going to see him again, and this is what's going to break their relationship. But she's going to try her best to be supportive and to just stay grounded and wait for him to return. All this stuff was looking out for her. She was about to do her modeling. They took her headshots last night, and she was going to send them in this morning, which she's still going to do. But it's a sad mood when things should really be happy and positive for them. But she's just telling him, I'll wait for you. I'll be here when you get back, and we can make this work. I know we can. We just have to communicate. And he agrees that they can make this work. But guys, I'm going to wrap up this part right here. I hope that you enjoyed this first current household. I have never worked so hard at a current household, but I hope you guys feel like you got a sense of knowing Naomi and Angela's relationship. And hopefully by the time I play through, when you guys see them for the second part, which is going to be up tomorrow, I'm getting it pre-recorded. The third part will also be pre-recorded, and that way you guys can just watch these in order and get them out the way. Please check out the channel again on Friday for the first official episode of my Sim series, Naomi. Thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to become a tugboat. I love you guys, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye, everyone.